Welcome back to the channel, Giggles and Gains / Strength Within blogs. I absolutely said to Derek when I got back from like 3 or 4 weeks in Thailand and a week in Morocco that I was going to start putting out more long form content, and my life has just run away with me. I really wanted to do it with Dale, and we are going to do episodes together, but I just wanted to get ahead of the game. And I wanted to talk about, like, on the podcast and on my channel, just more about like what is going on in my world, because I don't know if you noticed, but I have a lot to say. I like saying a lot. And I think that sometimes with Instagram, you're trying to like be authentically yourself, but be able to get stuff across. And it's really fucking hard in a minute and a half. So I want to start doing some more long form content. I fucking love educating. Like, I'm so empowered by educating people. And I also wanted to share like a little bit more about my personal journeys at the moment, because I'm not going to lie, like you all know from listening to previous episodes of the podcast, like I've always suffered with like heartburn. My digestion isn't that regular. I've worked really hard over the last like 18 months to fix my digestion. And just recently it's taken such a huge back step. And I posted something recently on my Instagram about like what I'm going through at the moment. And I wanted to come on here and record a real blog about it, because when I filmed it for Instagram, I've posted like a training series that talks through like what I've gone through, really high level overview, some basic quick wins, what I've been doing to actually fix it. But I actually want to take this episode to go into more detail about like my experience, because I didn't want to just talk about myself on the little mini trainings. I wanted to make it more helpful for you guys. So I'm going to kind of combine the two today. So, oh my God. I started working with a coach around 18 months ago. I actually left him in May. And one of the main reasons was for me to take my physique up to another level. And I've absolutely done that. And now since then, I've maintained it. But I've always wanted to push that a little bit harder. And the things that have been kind of holding me back is my digestion. Every time I go on holiday, my digestion is totally normal. Like, I get a bit of bloating when I'm eating more trans fats, but that's normal for me now. And I've identified that's something that happens. So I avoid any like really fatty food while I'm away, just because my body doesn't seem to be able to actually break down those trans fats. And then I end up with like this 6 months pregnant look straight away on holiday. And that is just not the one when you want to wear a bikini. So what's been happening then? So, I mean, historically, I have never been that regular going to the toilet. Like, I'm talking like 3 or 4 days sometimes, or I'm like a fucking rabbit, which is really shit. Excuse the pun. And I know that that's not normal. I know that that's not healthy, but I do all the normal things like drink 4 liters of water. I eat my fruit. I eat my vegetables. I have foods with high fiber in them. And just recently it's been getting fucking worse. Like, I get a bit of hormonal bloating, but I'm talking, I am bloated for 25 days out of a 30-day month. And it's my cat. And it's awful. It's uncomfortable. I feel disgusting. The scale weight shoots up by like 2 to 3 kilos. I don't feel good in my body. It isn't just evening bloating. It's all day. I wake up bloated and it's uncomfortable. Like, I'm a power lifter. I'm bracing into a belt. It's fucking uncomfortable. And it's been affecting my performance. It's been affecting my mood. I mean, poor Derek has to listen to me talk about how I'm bloated all of the bloody time. So I started to think that I always thought it was stress. I always thought that my bloating was down to stress. Like, I run a very successful business. I look after a lot of coaching clients. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I always thought it was stress. But I would say in the last 5 months, I'm not stressed at the minute. Like, my business is incredibly stable, and that's what I've always desired, a really stable business, not one that's chasing sales or something like that. Like, we retain our coaching clients. Like, we have coaching clients stay with us for, I mean, I've got fucking people who've been with me for 3 years now. Like, we get good results. Our clients love the community. They love what we stand for, and they stay. It's very rare that we lose clients after like 6 months. It's very rare. So, and that used to cause me a lot of stress, because you'd be constantly trying to bring new clients in. And I don't want a business like that. I want a business where people can afford it. They see the value in it. They're getting results and they want to stay, and we can carry on helping them. So that's not causing me stress now. My life isn't stressful. My business isn't stressful. My relationship with Derek isn't stressful. Financially, I'm stable. Like all of those big things that you think would cause stresses. I have good friends. My family relationships are good. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why am I so fucking healthy? I've reduced my relationship with alcohol. I don't drink as much as what I used to. I used to like binge drink at the weekends. And I'm like, why am I still not able to go to the toilet regularly? Why do I still wake up with this immense bloating? And I started to then think like deeper. I'd never looked at like intolerances to food. I ate dairy, I eat wheat. I'd never looked at any of those before. And also, when I go on holiday, as I said earlier, I don't get the bloating. And I come back from my trip in Thailand and I was like, it's fucking happened again. So what I've been doing recently is I've removed whey protein. And this might not be a revelation to some people, but it really has been for me. Like being somebody who has eaten whey protein for fucking 22 years, like that's how long I've had whey, probably daily, to suddenly have an intolerance to it over the last, I don't know, like let's say, well, I could have always had it, but it's got progressively worse over the last 6 months. So I've cut out whey and it has been revolutionary, like absolutely revolutionary. I've had to change my whole nutrition, like trying to smash out 140 grams of protein without having any protein supplements has been a challenge when I'm used to having probably 40 grams of whey a day, which gives me about 30 to 40 grams of protein. I've had to think outside of the box. I've had to think more whole foods. But whenever I was going away, my normal diet when I'm away is cocktails in the afternoon. And breakfast is like yogurt, fruit bowls. I might have a fucking cinnamon bun one morning. Lunch is grilled meats and salads. I like a lot of like fish. I eat a lot of meat. I eat like salads, my favourite. Like I love a fucking salad. Like, you know, when you go to the buffet on holiday and they've got 15 different types of salad, I'm fucking piling my plate up with one full plate of salad and then a plate of meat. Fruits, ice cream, stuff like that. Like I'm eating that sort of food when I'm away. And then I come back and 2 days, and I'm regular every day. 2 days into coming back, I'm like, can't fucking go to the toilet. And I'm literally, I was blocked up for like 6 days post Thailand. And I cut the whey out maybe about 5 or 6 days in. The other thing that I find really affects me when my digestion isn't good, I'm slow at losing body fat. Like I can be absolutely meticulous, a fucking robot. But if I'm having a bloated phase, my fat loss is slow. Like I can't see the changes in my body. And I know that's because I'm holding on to water. But you've got to remember, like, if you're not going to the toilet, all of those toxins are sitting in your body. They are literally sitting there, polluting your body. Like that is not healthy. So that was obviously something else that was bothering me. So the things I've done, like really basic things, like anybody who's followed me for a long period of time knows I don't track calories. I have tracked calories for probably 10 years. And I now intuitively follow a meal program. So if I'm going to change my food, I'll always go back to tracking calories to make sure that I'm hitting the right macros. And that's what I've had to do. Obviously, to remove whey protein, I've had to go back to tracking calories because I need to make sure that, number one, I'm actually getting enough fiber. I want like 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. I weigh about 67 kilos. Number two, I need to make sure that I'm hitting over 140 grams of protein. And I've done that through switching my breakfast to smoothie bowls, 200 grams of yogurt, nuts, seeds, flax seeds. I have chicken for lunch and vegetables, olive oils. Then I have prawns because, again, efficient calories. I then for dinner, for the afternoon snack, I'm having chia seeds and more yogurt. And then I have cottage cheese ice cream for pudding. So I've created like a food routine within that remit. And I constantly talk about wanting to go back to fat loss, want to talk about fat loss. And it's not because I can't fucking maintain. I know how to maintain. I prefer fat loss, not going to lie. It feels like I'm in control. Don't tell anybody I said that. But I've also had this goal in my head since I got the coach last year that I wanted to get to 65 kilos, I believe will be when I'm going to look lean and athletic. Like I look strong at the minute, but I want a little bit more of a I'm fucking jacked look. And that's a personal preference. And I'm not quite there yet. So I've not been able to achieve it because I kind of get to like 67 kilos and then I have a flare up with the bloating. But anyway, since I've made these changes to my nutrition, I'm currently holding weight at 67 kilos. And that is the first time I've done that in ever. So the fact that I've fixed my digestion, or I'm fixing my digestion, it's now then enabling me to be able to maintain a physique that I want. And now, spoiler alert, I haven't even told Instagram this yet, but I'm going to put myself into a fat loss phase. I fix my nutrition, I fix my digestion. I'm going to the toilet regularly, which is always a concern for me. When you then drop back into fat loss, you're not eating as much. I'm going to take things up a notch. Like, I'm coaching myself at the minute. I've got a powerlifting coach for my training program, but I'm coaching myself at the minute. So I've now fixed the digestion. I now am expecting efficient fat loss. So watch this space over the next 6 to 8 weeks. But I'm not going away, because obviously I've just had like 4 holidays back to back. So I'm not going away anywhere until August, when I'm going to go and see my mum. My mum's holiday is going to be a working holiday because Derek's away for the month. So I want to be reversing out, ready for that trip. And I want to be like in the fucking best shape of my life. Like, I want to do that myself and prove to myself that I can do that on my own without the accountability of a coach. And I know people might say, oh yeah, but I love fucking coaching. I think having a coach is amazing, but I've learned so much through having a coach over the last 18 months. I want to test myself now to see if I can do it by myself. And I'm fucking ready. I'm so ready to take things up a notch. So yeah, I wanted to do that today because I know this little talk, it is normal to have an element of bloating day to day, like hormonal bloating, stress bloating, bloating in the heat. If you don't sleep well, you bloat more. If I've already mentioned stress at work, but training inflammation, all of those things are normal. What isn't normal is not going to the fucking toilet every day and having bloating 25 fucking days out of 30 in a month. That ain't normal. So if that is you at the moment, make sure you watch my, or you just message me the word bloating on Instagram. And what I'll do is I'll send you over the training series that I've used to kind of identify where my problems lie. And then I talk through how I fix them, which is a little bit of what I've gone into today. But yeah, I'm feeling epic at the moment. And I've not wanted to speak about it until I fixed it. And exactly the same as I've not wanted to be like, oh, this is what I've done, because I wanted to make sure that actually I'm in a really good space and I identified the problem before going out to you guys and being like, hey, this is what was wrong with me, because my problem might not be your problem. It could be totally different. But anyway, we are back with the little mini series. I hope you enjoyed today. Please drop me a message and let me know what you thought of it. I've got a few different ideas of different videos I'm going to be going through over the next few weeks. I want to cover off like a little bit about the all or nothing mindset. I want to talk about like low calorie dieting. I want to talk about like signs that you've lost yourself. A lot of the things I know that you guys who follow me struggle with, because these are types of things we help our clients with, and they're day-to-day advice we give every day. And I want to give it to you guys on YouTube and Spotify. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you found this little mini episode useful. Peace out.